But we're going to start with the AL West. And we're going to start with that division because it's the best race going right now. And I was just in Minnesota watching the Rangers play. The Rangers are falling apart, and the Mariners have taken the division lead. This is the first time since August 24th, 2003, they've been in first place this late in the season. So let's start off by taking a look at the American League West standings because it's a little surprising based on the way this season has gone. There's Seattle leading the division, Texas and Houston just one game behind. The Mariners have won 11 of 12, 19 of 23, 21 of their past 26. Remember, this was a team that traded their closer at the deadline, Paul Sewald, and yet they've gotten stronger. They've gotten stronger because their bullpen remains one of the best in the game, even without Sewald. Andres Munoz has stepped up in the closer role. They've got a number of other guys as well who have performed brilliantly. I write about that today in the Windup, the Athletics' free daily baseball newsletter. And they remain in this position because their offense has surged. This is a team that finally has gotten it together offensively. And right now, they're the hottest team in baseball. So what is going on with the Rangers? And this is a fascinating discussion because here's a team that was dominant for the first half. Even when Corey Seager went down, they've had a great run. Now they're missing Josh Young, and that has hurt them, no question. They were missing Jonah Heim for a time. He finally is getting back on track, it seems, offensively. But this team is not the same offensive team that we have seen for much of the year. They've lost 9 of 10. They're in second place for the first time since April. And one reason that they're in this position is their offense. It is not performing at the same level. And it's funny. In mid-June, I quoted a rival executive anonymously saying that the Rangers' performance with runners in scoring position was, quote, laugh out loud unsustainable, unquote. And the usual fans squawked on Twitter, yeah, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, at the time, the Rangers' batting average with runners in scoring position was 322. 322. It was 34 points higher than the next closest team. And yes, it was laugh out loud unsustainable. And now we're seeing it. In this 10-game run in which they've gone 1-9, batting average with runners in scoring position, 110. 110. This is baseball evening out. This is what happens in the game. You can't sustain a 322 batting average with RISP all season long. The other issue for the Rangers, perhaps the bigger issue because we all expect their offense to get going again, is their bullpen, which has been a season-long problem. They acquired Aroldis Chapman. They acquired Chris Stratton in the Jordan Montgomery deal, but they still are having issues. During this 10-game run, bullpen has allowed 31 runs, 6 blown saves. So those are the Rangers. They're still going to be okay, I believe. Bruce Bochy is their manager. There's no panic there, but they are in a rut right now. And finally, in the AL West, the Houston Astros. Here's the team that is a perennial power, a team we can expect to be there at the end of the season, a team that offensively is in a great place. I do wonder about their starting pitching. Verlander has looked really good for them for the most part. Framber Valdez, he's had the no-hit bids and the no-hitter, but he's been inconsistent since the break. Hunter Brown and Christian Javier, since the break, 5 ERAs. So their starting pitching is a little bit in a funky place right now, and their bullpen the same. Presley has struggled. Maton has struggled. They've got Kendall Graveman, acquired him at the deadline. Montero's been better. Abreu's been great, but I'm not so sure that their pitching overall is in the place where they want it to be. Bottom line, though, these 3 teams all could make the playoffs, and I want to show you the wildcard standings right now, the American League wildcard standings, because they're quite revealing. We all talk about the AL East as this behemoth, this amazing division. Oh my gosh, every team's going to finish over 500. No. Look at what's going on here. Tampa Bay, right behind Baltimore in the AL East, leading the wild card race quite comfortably, actually. Then you've got Texas and Houston. And then Toronto, a team that my colleague Andy McCullough has referred to as a paper tiger. Yeah, they're looking like it. They have yet to ignite this season. They've played okay at times, but they're 2.5 back in the wild card race. Matt Chapman, Bo Bichette left yesterday's game, both with injuries. We don't know their status just yet. And then the Red Sox, 4.5 back. I don't know that they're really a factor here. Not consistent enough. Too many questions all around. So it's quite conceivable we're going to see 3 American League West teams in the playoffs and 2 from the AL East, and then the Minnesota Twins winning the AL Central.